What if the only thing you knew about your crush was his incredibly sweet voice? Yiku is instantly captivated by her class representative, Matsubara. But there's one huge problem. He never shows his face. He hides behind a paper bag, and no one knows why. When they are forced to work together, Yiku must decide if the kindness behind the mask is enough to win her heart. So let's get started with the recap. Yiku is a gentle and shy girl who has been absent from school since the beginning of the semester because of a cold. One of her friends warns her that if she continues to miss school, she may become alienated. After Yiku receives a phone call from her classmate, Matsubara, who introduces himself as the class representative, Yiku is entranced by Matsubara's sweet and gentle voice, losing herself in a different world. Her heart races. Matsubara's voice is not only lovely, but also reflects respect for others. First, he inquires about her fever. He then informs her that there will be a medical checkup at school the following day, and as a result, all students must bring an additional medical uniform. Upon arriving at school the next day, Yiku wonders who Matsubara is, what he is like, and what someone with such a sweet voice might look like. Suddenly, she realizes that her fever has not been completely cured yet. Suddenly, she begins to stagger while walking. Just in time, a young boy rushes in and saves her from falling. The boy asks Yiku if she's okay, and after hearing this, she realizes that it is the same voice she talked to yesterday. But when Yiku looks at his face, she is shocked because he's covered his face with a paper bag. But he seems quite gentle and kind. The boy happens to be Matsubara. They both introduce themselves and greet each other. However, Matsubara soon realizes that Yiku has not yet fully recovered. He offers to help her and takes her to the medical room, where he puts a cool cloth on her forehead. Then he asks her to promise not to come to school until she is completely healed. The next day, on her way to class, Yiku meets Matsubara and she shyly thanks him for yesterday. They walk to class together. Some students take a picture of both of them and send it to the school council president, Makoto. In the next scene, Yiku tells her friend, Aki-chan, about Matsubara's kindness, but she is also quite curious about why he keeps covering his face with a paper bag all the time. She guesses that maybe there could be some personal reason for this, due to which she could not ask about it directly, thinking that he might feel bad. After which, Aki-chan herself goes and asks Matsubara about his paper bag mask, due to which the whole class gapes at her. Very seriously, Matsubara's friend Yuen intervenes to prevent Aki-chan from doing something. At that moment, Yiku sneezes loudly, which draws everyone's attention. Yiku feels very embarrassed and nervously introduces herself to everyone. Matsubara observes Yiku's kind and shy behavior and decides to support her by asking all the students to be friends with her. During the game period after lunch, all the students and Yiku are impressed by Matsubara's coolness and gameplay. Suddenly, they both make eye contact with each other. Just then, school council president Makoto and his team members interrupt the class and accuse Matsubara of breaking school rules for covering his face with a paper bag. They order him to remove the bag, stating that it was not good for the school's image. Afterward, Makoto asks Yiku about Matsubara's personality and identity, but Yiku is unable to provide any information other than Matsubara's name. Madoran, who is also the class representative, comes forward and informs the president that Matsubara is the class representative and knows very well what is good and bad for the school's image, and she stops him from intervening. President Makoto becomes nervous when he discovers that Mandara is the daughter of the director, and he gives Matsubara a final warning before leaving with his team. Yiku felt bad that she couldn't tell the president about Matsubara. The following day, Yiku apologizes to Matsubara about it, but he politely tells her not to worry about it. Yiku observes Matsubara, noting that he talks to everyone very politely, respects everyone, and also helps everyone. His sweet voice and behavior are slowly attracting Yuku toward him. Mandara doesn't like this at all. In the following scene, Yuku puts a paper bag on her head and becomes emotional, realizing how tough it must be for Matsubara to always wear a paper bag and conceal his feelings and emotions. She worries about how people would be able to tell if Matsubara is feeling sad or happy. The following day, Makoto once again confronts Matsubara for wearing a paper bag to school and pressures him to reveal his identity. However, Matsubara insists that it is impossible for him to do so without giving any further explanation. This time, Yuku becomes agitated and takes action. She immediately grabs President Makoto's hand and pleads with him to stop pressuring Matsubara. She emphasizes that Matsubara is a kind and polite student and that he has his personal reasons for wearing the mask. As Yuku holds the president's hand, she feels a sudden rush of affection throughout her body. During the last period, Madara stops Matsubara to talk about something and comes very close to him. At that very moment, Yuku suddenly arrives there and sees Madara and Matsubara standing very close to each other. She gets upset and leaves the place. On the following day, Yuku once again spots Matsubara and Madara conversing with each other. Madara presents different paper bags of diverse designs to Matsubara, but he asks Yuku which paper bag would look good on him. In response, Yuku suggests that the only paper bag that suits him is the one he is already wearing. Meanwhile, Makoto confesses to his friends that he has fallen in love with Yuku, but he gets nervous whenever she confronts him. Yuku once again feels bad and upset after seeing both Matsubara and Madara together at the fundraising program. And then later in the library, Yuku tells her friend Aki-chan about this, while some students are talking that both Matsubara and Madara are dating each other. Here, the President Makoto accidentally comes across Yuku. He can't even get a word out of his mouth, gets nervous, and runs away. Matsubara tells his friend Yusin that Yuku has been ignoring him since this morning, which he doesn't like. Yusin suggests to Matsubara that he should invite Yuku to lunch together, which gives Matsubara the idea to ask her out. Matsubara asks Yuku to have lunch with him, and then they both go to the school's rooftop and share each other's lunch. During the conversation, Matsubara reveals that he likes boiled pumpkin very much. During lunch, Makoto comes to find Yuku in the class. He asks Aki-chan about Yuku, after which Madara tells him that Yuku and Matsubara have gone to the school's rooftop to have lunch together. In the next scene, Yusin and Matsubara are cleaning the school toilet. Yusin asks Matsubara about Yuku's behavior toward him, to which he replies that Yuku is absolutely normal, like always. Yusin realizes that maybe Yuku likes Matsubara. Yusin reveals that there's a rumor in the class that both Matsubara and Madara are dating. Just then, Matsubara receives a message from Madara that she is waiting for him in the library and needs to discuss something important. Meanwhile, Makoto reaches his staff room and is shocked to see that Yuku is already there waiting for him. In the library, Madara tries to make Matsubara realize that she likes him by telling him the story of Romeo and Juliet. However, she once again fails to express her love and leaves without saying anything. Makoto becomes nervous when he sees Yuku sitting in front of him. He apologizes to Yuku for his behavior toward Matsubara and gathers the courage to express his desire to be friends with Yuku, and she accepts Makoto's offer of friendship.
This is the first part of the recap, still missing the festival arc, dramas between the protagonists, and the revelation of Matsubara's face. So, subscribe and don't miss the next part of the video. I'm saying goodbye, and in the meantime, you can watch other recaps I've made on my channel. Thanks!
If you liked it, please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any other recap. Until next time!